Hello. So tonight we're gonna be playing Slay the Spire. Cool game. Definitely a fave. Um, if I could just find my phone. Yes, and you guys actually caught me in the middle of a run. I would say probably my first run on this account as the Silent. Also a fave. I love the Silent. I love trickery and poison and just rogue moments. When I say rogue, I mean like thief archetype. The dagger user. Good vibes, basically. Hello, Fishy's Gobble. Back at it again, typing in all caps. You know, if you're on your phone, if you look above the chat box, there's some little squares. One of those squares is a poll. And actually, I gotta fix something real quick. Looks like I clicked the wrong button. Let's see, this or this. I think this. So we want. There we go. Can you guys see the screen moving now? But no, I was the Silent. They're kind of like the dexterity character, and a lot of their a lot of their deck revolves around discarding and drawing cards, like discarding and drawing a lot of cards, or very often, or really fast. It's a live poll. It's okay. I'm trying to find an offline poll, and for some reason, it's the hardest thing ever. Grant permission to view details. Oh no. That's so unfortunate. That just means it's not doing what I want it to do. Not working as advertised, which is kind of cringe. Like I guess my real solution is just to do a poll in inside my actual Discord. But that's fine. Basically, I've streamed a couple games these past few days, and it was just a poll on interest on like which one was like, I don't want to say the most entertaining, but the best background audio. We already have a pretty killer deck going on. So these are like the basic cards that you start with right here. Probably all the way up into neutralize. And then I've gotten some just cracked out cards, and this is going to be a great run. We have a really easy path. I am on the second area already, but our path is going to be this rightmost path. It has like a merchant, enemy, then if you take the right path again, another merchant, an enemy, then a random event, then an enemy, then a treasure chest, then an enemy, then a campfire, then an enemy, then a campfire, then an enemy, then a campfire, which is basically easy mode for Act 2, because Act 2, there's always something, man. If it's not these punk ass muggers and looters taking your money, then it's some freaking a Snecko or something. Okay, wait. You guys didn't see that. Not me forgetting the buttons on my on the controller. So oh shit. Seems like a waste to use this, but might have to. Well, I can still, let's see what we get when we draw some cards. Nothing good. Alright. It is what it is. We'll keep this card and we'll keep this because these are both good. Oh, it's just the starting screen. Oh no. There's two different ways you can capture a green, and I chose the wrong one. And then I also need to turn off this filter that's on here. That should make it look better. There we go. Giving it a second to catch up. There we go. Now you guys can actually see the screen. Cool. But yeah. Basically, in this encounter, there's these enemies. When they attack you, they take your money. So I gotta beat their ass. You know, 7 damage is not a lot of damage to take, you know? Like, so we could, how many skills are in my hand? 1, okay. Might as well take 0 damage, I guess. And then we will keep this card in this one. And you see what's allowing her to keep 2 cards per turn is the passive from that first card I used that you guys didn't see. It was what's it called? Oh, is it exhausted? No. Huh. Well, it's called a well-laid plan, but I guess you can only use it once, which makes sense, but I feel like I should still be able to see it in my deck. This card, the power card. So he's planning to shield himself next turn, so we're gonna take advantage of that. Because it's not like he's gonna attack us, so we can attack him. But we can't keep him from shielding himself. Good old poison. We love poison. Shivs aren't that bad. I think we'd rather a 0 cost damage card. But yeah, you guys didn't get to see what I was saying before. Oh, did it freeze again? Oh wow. I'm trying to see if that's Slay the Spire or if that's OBS. It seems to only catch up. What is it that I love about this game? I love that it's a turn-based card roguelike. So each time you play, depending on how far you get and how many enemies you kill, you get experience. and at the end of a life or a run, that experience is totaled up, and then as you gain experience, you unlock new cards and new relics. And relics are usually like items that kind of modify gameplay a little bit. And usually the relics you can get and where you get them, it's usually randomized. But there's some good ones that do really good stuff. There's some that do kind of okay stuff. There's even a few bad ones that you kind of don't want to pick up, actually. And I love that there's strategy in this game. A lot of turn-based games have strategy, and turn-based as a genre, honestly, kind of like turn-based strategy kind of stems from the same vein as chess, actually, because you have multiple moves you can make, and depending on what move you make, you could set yourself up for victory or failure at your enemy's hands, but you won't know until their turn, and they won't know until your turn. And it's kind of like a dance, a back and forth of sorts. Wow, that is super unfortunate. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, great movie, absolute banger. And when my little brother, he's really into that too, or that series, when he messaged me about it, he told me he was mad at how it ended. And then I was like, what? Like, they did bad? No way they would do bad on this movie. This is one of those types of media where the people making the media care just as much as the people consuming it. So I'm like, no way. And then I watched it myself, and I was like, I see why someone would be mad. Spoiler warning, if no one's watched this, you probably want to mute. But like with the way it ends, it's to set up, the next movie. And from an economic standpoint, that guarantees that they're gonna like pull in more money from another movie. And then it also, from a creative standpoint, it kind of breaks up the action a little bit by leaving it at a climax. And I think it's a super cool move on their part, because, I want them to make another movie. It sounds fun. I would rate the movie like maybe I'd probably put on a scale out of, right, it doesn't matter what scale I put it on. Like let's put it on a 10-point scale, because I'd put it as like a 9.5. I do remember having some gripes about the Spot dude. I feel like I guess he's not supposed to be a big villain in this particular movie, but I felt like he was set up to be a big villain and then didn't do anything in the movie that much. Like he did his own thing in the background, but he didn't he just has threats. He hasn't made any action that acts upon his threats that he's made. So personally, I thought they could have did a bit more with that, but for the most part, it was like an awesome movie. Really liked it. Let me see if this helps. Oh wait, do I have to restart the game for that to... No, I don't. I do have to restart the game for that though. I also really like the music in this game, but I can't tell. Yeah, Miguel O'Hara is definitely set up to be the villain in Across the Spider-Verse. I just felt like maybe they had enough space. I guess they wanted to use that space to go in more detail with the story, but I felt like they had enough space within the duration of the movie to have one villain, the Thing, do stuff, then the other villain do the bigger thing stuff, and then it's like a chronicle of sorts. It's like, oh, he's had this challenge. It's like I forgot the name of the name of it, but it's like the plot structure, except for it has two climaxes, you know? So I thought they were gonna give us two climaxes in that one movie, but they took a different route with that, which was totally fine, you know? I still loved it, all the way. Definitely, like, I would even say that's like my favorite movie that's came out this year. And there's some cool action movies that came out this year, but Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, chef's kiss. I know there's probably some other people that have issues with kind of some of the way that they're doing their version of Spider-Man. But honestly, I've also been watching a playthrough of Spider-Man 2, the PS5 game by Insomniac Studios. And it's just nice to see new Spider-Man media that is a different take on it, but with a lot of respect to the original work. Just so cool to see. Because it's like, I, at my age, who enjoyed Spider-Man as a kid, get to see Spider-Man, but like 2023 Spider-Man. And I love that. It's pretty cool. It's a nice experience. I think we do... You're gonna heal for the damage she does. I think we play defensive here. The silent benefits a lot from playing defensive. I guess any character could, but... like my headcanon of it is like the silent's supposed to be this dexterous character, right? So every time you block, it's her dodging an attack. But that's how I think about it anyways. I still have 2 skills. You know, that's a lot of damage. Oh yeah, we like that. And now we'll take a more offensive turn. I don't know if it's worth using a potion. I mean, I think we can make it. I think we can make our next fight. As long as you have like 50 HP, more or less. Which is probably how much we're about to have after this. Well, so we'll block actually. I don't think we need to use that potion though. Potions are usually for like, they're like one use, and I want to say you usually want to save them for the boss, you know? If you need that little oomph, that little boost of some sort. And he's probably going to heal off of this attack as well, so we probably don't want to let him do too much damage. So we'll do this. We'll do this and this. So he's gonna, I'm pretty sure he still heals, I think. Or maybe he has to do damage to HP. Yeah, he has to do damage to HP to heal off of that attack. Which is good for us because He's about to die. Yeah, we got through that only taking what, like 2 damage or something like that. That's cool. Also good. This doesn't matter because I have the boot. And what the boot does is whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. So the upgrade for that card increases the damage each hit does, but not above 5. So it doesn't matter. Ooh, this is the best relic to get. You know why? Because then I'm gonna look at no price tags. Just throw it in the bag at the shops. Shops are usually a good place to get specific cards for whatever your deck you're trying to build on that run. Or take away cards that are like cramping your style. Or buy OPS relics like this. Got the money glitch. What is this? Whenever you enter rest start. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I think we do take this. That's it. And then this. Like you see how the card is called deflect? So it's kind of like a parry, right? And in doing that action, she avoids damage. So it's the same as blocking. It's just a cool way to like put the character's fantasy into their playstyle or into their card choices. I really like the aesthetic of this game too, and the music's actually pretty banging too. Let me know if the music's too loud or if you can't hear me. This is a rendition of the fight we just did earlier. Or each fight is a puzzle, which is another reason I like turn-based games, because you know the strategy is a puzzle, I guess. So there's always a solution. And with games being games are meant to be played. You know, most games, 99% of games are meant to be played. So whenever you're playing a game and you find challenge or you find some difficulty in it, you should kind of think about how it's designed to where there is an end. Like it exists usually, for sure, you know. The only issue sometimes is finding that route to the desired outcome. So we'll do some blocking. We'll do some damaging. So we are gonna just the thing about the fungi beast is whenever you kill them, it makes you vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, you take more damage, and that's a bad position to be in. But in this case, if we hack away at this guy, the shelled parasite, then the fungi beast is gonna buff itself and give itself strength, and strength increases the damage to your attacks. And while we're whittling down him, he'll be like wailing on us, like beating our ass, you know? So we're actually gonna kill him first, then just hardcore be defensive while we're vulnerable, and then take him out like it's the fight from earlier. So what we need is this actually. See, now he's doing 9 damage 2 times instead of whatever he was doing before. Yeah, 50% more damage from attacks for 2 turns. So we gotta hold out for 2 turns. Oh, because we have Torigate, which is this relic right here, whenever you receive 5 or less unblocked damage, reduce it to 1. So as long as we can get the amount of damage we do to our actual HP below 5, he'll only do 1 damage. So there's a strategy right here before you, in front of you. It's just say I'm cooking, okay? I am very much a let him cook type of guy. Like sometimes it might sound like I'm doing some crazy shit, but that's because I got a plan. Especially in games like this, man. So yeah, we're no longer vulnerable, so we don't have to play as defensive. His next attack, I think, is gonna heal him if he does damage to our HP. So let me discard a card. I think we're just gonna have to take this damage right here. Well, we can do this actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. So he's gonna heal for 7, I think. Yeah. And now he's gonna do damage and put a debuff on us. But we got 6 energy, so we're about to do a lot. A lot. Nothing is changing. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry about that. I think I have to restart the game. Because for some reason, Slay the Spirer is listed as a different type of window. Like it's not like the regular window that you would see for a game. Let me see if this fixed it. Yeah, I restarted the game because there's certain when you change some video settings, you can't. It doesn't apply them until you restart the game. Mega Crit is the name of the studio. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what video settings I had the last time I was streaming this. And I guess it wasn't these ones because the screen is... Oh, there it is. Yeah, nope, it was not that. That's for sure. So then we do want this, but we don't. Yeah, we do this. A little bit of live troubleshooting for you guys. Don't worry, I can see if it's working or not, and it's definitely not at the moment. See, the thing with this is we're probably just gonna do this. Because I don't think it can willingly disobey when I just capture the entire screen. There we go. Let me know if you guys still can't see it. Yeah, I am going to the dinner. There's actually I saw an email from Isaac. I haven't read it, but it was the confirmation or something. So I'm so glad that I've been confirmed to be attending. Because I do plan on doing that. Yeah, I kind of already explained my strategy up to this point, so I'm just repeating the moves I did last time. I feel like I've done so much less damage this time. Just kind of insane. Okay, that actually hurt. Punk bitch. This is why I'm choosing the easy route. Because we're already at half HP. Where's my cursor? My cursor, please. Yes. He dies from poison. You have a mouse? Wow, you're so cool. What game should you get with your laptop? Thinking about the type of games you like. Rivals of Aether. Rivals of Aether. It's Aether or Ether? It's spelled with the A. Ooh, Dash is pretty good. Good card. Hello, merchant. I have $23. I would like to buy this. Thank you. Goodbye. Battle start. So the thing about this enemy chosen, they have a lot of HP and they have this debuff that they put on you that actually really sucks. Don't worry about that. Nothing happened right there. I just don't know how to press the X button apparently. But we will do. Can we do 3 attacks on the bird? Oh, we can. We're gonna do this. Yep. Then we're probably gonna try to block the damage this other guy's doing. Or at least some of it. You know, we might need some block for this fight. Or some poison. Probably more likely some poison. No, I think we can do this without either of those cards. We will block that. We will block. The tactic to take out the chosen is to. It depends on who they're with, because like I said, these are puzzles, right? And how you handle each puzzle depends on what pieces are on the board, you know? Or I guess that's supposed to be a chess reference. But with this enemy, when they're flying, they take half damage. So you want to, you can only take off their flying status effect by hitting them 3 times. So we did that, which is good. And now it's time for him to do that annoying debuff. But that means he's not going to attack, so if we had some more buffs, we could use those. But all we can do is block. So that's what we'll do. The tactic for taking out the chosen is to beat his ass. And honestly, if you can, like some characters specialize in taking debuffs off themselves, or one character in particular, he can give himself artifact, and artifact is a buff that makes it to where you just don't take the next debuff that's put on you. And this enemy, the chosen, they only put that debuff on you, or it's only in their moveset to do it once per battle. So if you can avoid it once, then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the fight. Dirty trick you did there, but it's fine. Unfortunate. I'll do everything I can to try to kill this enemy before. Well, I can say before that, and they're already doing it. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. And we're just gonna have to take it. I'm not gonna lie. But we're at full HP, and like if you look on the map, after this is a random event, another fight, a chest. Okay, it might be a long stretch, but we got it. We got it. We got it. So, I only have, dude, no way. I need more skills in my deck, because every time I get this, I only have a maximum of 2 skills, and 8 damage is chump change. For that type of card. For a multi-hit card, 8 damage is like, what the hell? Okay, deadly poison. Blur. Blur's pretty good. Because then you can stack up your block and, but I think we want some more poison. We want all the debuffs. Obtain a no. Sometimes you gotta know when not to do the risky thing. So those question marks on the map are usually gonna be random events that'll happen. And sometimes there's a chance to get a card, maybe heal, but sometimes you take damage, get a curse. You just never know what's gonna happen. This is an easier enemy, because all I really gotta do, because I will use a potion against this enemy, because this is gonna take forever if I don't. So using that one potion like sped up that fight so much. Or concluded, I should say. We love this. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. So then I can kind of like, you can mode your playstyle. Like now I can mode my playstyle around stalling until turn 7. Like debuffing and then just stalling till turn 7. Just getting every enemy's HP below 52 or below 53 and then stalling. We can probably do it right here actually. So we'll kill the healer if we can. If we can. Okay, actually wait. What I'm thinking is I will use a potion for that fight as well. Because it looks like it's not going to be a cakewalk. So the way this one works is we have the Centurion, who's his moveset is mostly defensive and offensive. So he's like the tank, you know. Then we have the Mystic, who's applies debuffs and heals and buffs their team. So it's like the classic gotta fight the tank and the healer duo, and you see that in a lot of games actually. Like, isn't that a thing in Overwatch? You know, like if you're trying to kill the tank, you gotta kill the healer first. It's the same type of solution here. And we do one more damage, or we poison him actually, and then we just stall out and wait for our stone calendar right here to proc. It's a journey, so it is constant fighting because you're fighting your way to the top of the spire. It's not like a tournament or anything. It's more like a exploration of the unknown type of situation. It's very RPG. I know I made the reference to Overwatch, but this is a single player game. This is a one player game. Not at all online, other than the fact that there's daily runs, which is typical of most roguelikes, you know? A daily run is like some randomized template of a experience or of a playthrough. No, those aren't constant. So like I explained earlier, what's constant is the XP you get. And you get XP from killing enemies and from how far up you go and the types of enemies you kill. So these are regular enemies. If I show you guys the map, so these little symbols with the little horns, these are regular enemies. But then these symbols with the big horns, those are elites. Elites give you more XP. Then at the top of every act is the boss. The boss killing a boss gives you a lot of XP at the end too. And as you get XP, you unlock new cards, and the cards will just show up. You know, you won't get those specific cards, but you'll have a chance of getting them from the merchant or the random events, or as you've seen after I kill an enemy, I get to choose out of 3 cards, like new card to pop up there too. And that's kind of the loop of a roguelike. And roguelike is a game genre, kind of like how there's battle royales and first person shooters and RPG, you know. And roguelikes usually have that. You have one life. There's some way to You have one life, you will die, and after you die, you have some way of making that next life last longer so that you can make your next life last longer until you know, get all the way through the thing because you're fucking OP. That's usually, it's a really rewarding gameplay cycle from my personal experience. Like honestly, if I didn't find roguelikes, I probably just wouldn't be playing video games. I probably would only play Destiny 2. But even then I'd probably eventually get bored of it. So now we just gotta wait for the stone calendar, so we're gonna be very defensive. I can't dash. I should have dashed. Oh well. Is it turn 7 I need to wait for? Oh gosh, that's so far away. And yeah, he died to the stone calendar. That's cool. Yeah. Quick slash. But no, like the treasure that you mentioned, or the relics, these reset every run. Because they are that OP to where if they didn't reset, then this game wouldn't be fun. This game wouldn't have any challenge to it. Well, they're buffing, so I'm gonna buff too. Usually in this scenario, so the way these guys work is their first turn they'll give themselves a unique buff called Ritual. And the way Ritual works is at the end of each turn, they'll gain strength. And strength just adds on to how strong your attacks are. But basically, the longer they live, the stronger they'll be. So usually, whenever there's more than one enemy and, you know, they're all using the same moveset, I kind of just focus on whichever one has the least amount of HP. Buffing. So I treat the first turn as a DPS phase and do as much damage as I can to the one with the lowest HP. Because one of these guys is going to live for at least 3 turns, maybe 4. So he's going to get his strength increased by 369 by 9. Okay. We do want to start hacking away though. Or actually, we just gotta do a little bit of damage to the guy in front and then stall. But honestly, it's probably in our best interest to kill at least one of them, because I think they will get strong enough to where it will be hard to stall against them. Like, even right now. Oh, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. We gotta hold out for 3 more turns, and unless one of them dies, it's probably not gonna be possible. I'm not saying we're gonna lose right here, but discard. Let's discard this one. Yeah. See, now that there's only going to be one of them alive, though, this is a lot easier. Because they only have to worry about blocking enough damage from one of them, as opposed to 2 of them with the ritual buff. So we'll actually... Well, I think at the end of the next turn, he's going to get a nasty surprise. But I think we are going to have to take this 10 damage. Stone calendar, baby. Yeah, if a fight lasts up to being 7 turns, usually it's probably going on a little bit longer than I would want it to be going on. But we chose a really easy path. We're already almost at the boss, and we have this fight that we've done already. As you go up in the floors, like so at the bottom of this page, that's like, there's verticality to the map, I guess. And each circle is another floor up. So if you look, where does it say it at? Maybe it's because this isn't on the Switch, but oh yeah, in the middle on the top of the screen it says 31, so I'm on floor 31. Or I've cleared 31 runes, is probably a better way to put it. We're gonna take some number of damage here, though. I would like to see if I could, I want to see if I can kill the fungi beast on a turn when the shelled parasite isn't gonna attack, but I guess that's not possible. Well, if we can block 19 damage, we kinda almost can. See, now we only have to block 15 damage, which isn't that bad. There we go. Like, as a rule of thumb, it's usually better to have less enemies alive, or if you can, none of them. It's best to have none of the enemies alive if you can. This card's OP. And there we go. A simple puzzle with a straightforward solution. We will rest. So that's one thing as a silent. You do gotta take your rest. Like, you see those campfires, you gotta rest, man. You ain't upgrading no cards. We ain't upgrading no cards. Okay. So this is the boss. Let me do a sound check real quick. That sounds pretty good. Pretty sure it's good. But this is absolutely my favorite song in Slay the Spire. It plays at the Act 2 boss, no matter who it is. And it just gives me like, oh, shit's about to happen vibes. It's like one of those, it's just boss music, honestly. I can say it as simple as that. Now we've gotten rid of his resistance to being poisoned. We can poison him. We're about to poison the shit out of this man. He's hella poisoned. We could do this, but I'd rather do this and then like this or something. Yeah, that was a better idea. Backstab is a card that you can just start within your deck, like in your hand, like on your first turn. And it's just really good, like opening damage, honestly. It's just a good number. And with these guys, the orbs, what they do is they take your highest rarity card out of your draw pile. So they're probably gonna take Footwork and Well-Laid Plans Plus. Or if I'm lucky, they take Flechettes, because Flechettes is kind of useless. Or Dash. Dash isn't useless, but it's a 2 cost, and it'd be better to lose a 2 cost than one of the cards I can use easier because they only cost 1 energy. Looks like we have 22 damage to block. This guy is about to do the thing and take a card. They have 55 HP. I think we want to draw some cards. So we probably want to use 2 energy on using these 2 cards. We probably do want to do some damage to this orb because it has less HP. Usually when you're discarding, or the way I do is I try to discard the least useful card, which I feel like makes sense, you know? We do have some cards we want to use now, though. I don't think there's anything really good we could draw, so I think it's better if we block here. Because then we can at least block some of the damage coming our way. Yo, they took Flechettes. Let's go. And I'm about to use this card before he could take it. Let's go. You can keep Flechettes, my boy. You're making my life easier. I don't want to use this yet. I want to use this on a turn when I have a bunch of cards I want to get rid of. So we're gonna let it go. Oh yeah, at some point in his moveset, he does do this big ass move that does a bunch of damage. And it's probably coming up soon. That's probably why he just put on block, because he's getting ready to do that move that I don't want him to do. But he's gonna do it all over me, no matter what I want. Oh, if we can get, actually now I'm thinking about it, if we can get the second orb's HP below 53, okay, that is kind of a sad loss right there. We love that card. We love well-laid plans, because retaining cards for this character is actually huge. while blocking. He's gonna buff his strength some more. Oh no. Yep, there it is. He's about to do Hyper Beam. It's gonna do like all my HP. Shit. And then after this turn, we'll get a. Thank God. After this, oh, we got well laid plans back. We'll do this actually, because then we can just use this next turn. So we're gonna take a whole fuck ton of damage here, but he's gonna be stunned for one turn, so we can treat this as a DPS phase of sorts. So we want to do as much damage as we can. As much damage as we can probably turns out to being Ooh, okay, yeah, that orb's gonna die because the stone calendar's gonna proc at the end of this turn. Alright, guys. I think we're gonna take this. Well, no, we're not. Let me not make a reckless decision. We'll just save that and use it next turn, I guess. Or not, because I used the one that discards a card. Okay, and then we get to retain flechettes, I guess. Bittersweet. Okay, yeah, let's get some block going. Let's draw a card, get rid of an attack, block some more. And then barely live, actually. I think we keep this. Probably this. He's gonna do 26 damage. And we'll live, but just barely. Right? And now he's gonna he's trying to wind up for another hyper beam. But as you can see, he clearly does not have enough HP to successfully do that. Not on my watch. And there we go. Boss fight down. Laid him low. He's in the ground now, SA. But yeah, that's the. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, this is pretty good. It's just really expensive energy cost. This is pretty good too, actually. This goes actually insane. At the start of your turn, you can gain energy. You can no longer rest at rest sites. She needs to rest. You guys don't understand. When I say this character needs to rest, she needs to. Look at her. She has 2 HP, 2 hit points. There ain't even an enemy that only does 2 hit points. So the Bell Relic is like a blessing and a curse of sorts. A curse in the literal sense, because you have to carry around this curse card, and when it comes out, when you draw it from your deck, your draw pile, it's just there. Like, it doesn't like do anything bad, but it's also like, damn, I wish I had an actual card I can use, you know. But you get all this stuff, so it's pretty good. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. Now, Mummified Hand in the right deck goes insane. Oh, we got Dono and whatever the other dude is. Now, I can tell you guys, as our first time being in Act 3 since I started this account on PC, my original playthrough's on Switch, for reference. We're not about to make it through here. We're not about to get to that boss. Well, let me see. Let me navigate the paths. Let me see. Let me see if we have a chance. I'll give it to you straight. Ugh, there's so many enemies, so many fights. It's all a setup. I mean, we could take far left, far right again. That's kind of our best bet. But these enemies are going to do a lot of damage and have a lot of HP. Because as I said, as you go up in the floors, the enemies get harder. Or actually, as you pass between acts, like Act 1 enemies aren't as hard as Act 2 enemies. And the same goes for Act 3 enemies. Like, they're also way harder than Act 2 enemies. Or they can do more. They can put more debuffs on you. They can give themselves more buffs. Strength up. At the end of this turn, gains 3 strength. Wow, that's so cool. It just happens. There's no, like, explanation for it. It just happens. It's like, yeah, so basically, fuck you. Yeah, and then there's also gray cards, which are usually status effect cards, and those usually they're just unplayable. Like, you pull them out and, you know, it's just there to be in your way. It's there to take the place of a card you could actually have used when you draw some cards. Some of them do, like, take your energy or do damage to you at the end of your turn if they're in your hand. Our win condition is putting as much poison as we can and stalling out. Cause that poison, my boy, it ticks down, but it still does consistent damage. Wow. I don't think I even have any X cost cards. Like, obviously I had no way of knowing the shop would have Chemical X. But if I did know this relic was here, then I probably would have gotten that X cost card. I don't plan on fighting any elites, so this is also kind of a waste of money. Yeah, we're not forced to fight any elites if we take the far right, which we are going to do, because even that path might be treacherous and full of danger. So, we could get some X cost cards along the way. But I think we take this. We take this. We take this too. And we probably get, was this a dexterity potion? Yes, we take that. Also pretty good. Yeah, that was a good haul. Navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air. You touch it, a sharp pain flows through you, followed by vivid flashes of a distant memory. Whose memories are these? Recall. Let's recall a lot. We got a big brain, so we take a lot of damage. And get some free cards. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This might be good. We'll take the 0 cost ones, honestly. No. It's that panic button. Panic button, like, if we're in a situation where we use panic button, then they're doing a lot of damage, then we can't block, and we have all these block cards, so we can't play any cards. I've been there before, not again. Triumph.
The remains of a ghostly creature sink slowly into the mud before you, barely visible in the moonlight. You have proven yourself amongst your sisters. Standing victoriously, you wait in silence as the others ceremoniously place the creature's skull atop your head. The ritual has concluded. Your head towards the spire. Oh, this is like talking about this character's origins. Very interesting. So we want to stay on this rightmost path. We're gonna have to take 2 fights up here, but that's better than fighting an elite. You guys might think I'm being overly cautious, but let me tell you, man. You get into a fight you can't win, you're not winning. You're dying. You're dead. Your life comes to an end at that moment. That run that you've been working on for, how long is this one? An hour? Over in an instant because of a bad decision. Not to say there's no merit in taking risk sometimes in this game, but I've learned with the silent especially not to be too reckless, because I can't tell you how many runs I had just ended Act 2, which is the first like couple floors basically, because I was just not playing the silent, not playing towards the silent strengths, the strengths of her deck, which I would say is like stalling and stalling in addition to some other things, debuffing. Oh, we love that. Do we? We don't need that, do we? I don't think we need that. We can still use it though, I think. We can still use it. We have another fight coming up after this. Oh no, we have a random event. Then 2 fights. So I'm trying to save these potions. Then 3 fights. But I'm so tempted. I could probably use this actually. Cause this enemy right here, he has thorns on him. So honestly, it's hard to get damage on him unless you're doing poison. And this guy, he doesn't even do any damage. He just debuffs you. That's all it does. Just quite the annoyance. Yes, sir. So then we want an attack, so we're gonna do this so we can get an attack. This is an attack and a buff. Pretty good. We have no more attacks, so all we can do is end our turn. And now we just gotta clean up. Ooh, this is pretty good. Tactician's pretty nice, but I get into situations where I can't discard a card and I pull Tactician and then it's just a useless card sitting in my hand. Winding halls. As you slowly make your way up the twisting pathways, you constantly find yourself losing your way as the walls and ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. The constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. ... Passing by a structure you are certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you're going insane, or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyway, and why would they lie? No. It all sucks. I don't want to lose HP. I think we, like, HP is a resource. Like, we need We need it. We can become cursed and heal. Do we need to heal though? Like, we're kind of in like a good in-between. How much HP would that be? Would that'd be 88, yeah. Is it worth taking that debuff though? We might just take the -4 max HP because we still have 80 HP, which is 10 more than the silent usually has. And no strings attached. You spend what seems like an eternity lost in the maze. Slowly but surely, you're able to retrace your steps, reorient yourself, and make it out of the twisting passages. You feel drained from the experience. Damn, boy, what that mouth do? Look at that. This is the maw. You're like an enemy from earlier, in an earlier act, except stronger. More like more deadly, more dangerous. Let's do this power. Let's do. He has 300 HP. He's basically an elite dude. He's basically a mini boss. Oh, I shouldn't have used that yet. There are some potions that put on effects that last an entire turn, and then there are other potions that put on effects that only last that single turn. So this is what I'm talking about. I've pulled Tactician, but I have no way of discarding it. And now I'm about to take unlimited damage. Well, at least we'll have 6 we need to poison this guy. I think, oh, well, there it is, poison. Then maybe a little bit of blocking, but not that much blocking since I guess we don't have more than that one card. We do have Blur though. Blur's pretty good. Because now if I can get in the situation where I can play a bunch of cards, then I can get some block going. I think he's gonna buff his strength if I'm not mistaken. I think he's gone through his moveset. I thought he had one more debuff. I guess he did put a debuff on this, but I thought he had something else. He did. Before. So yeah, we're just gonna block. Because he's about to do 24 damage. So he's not doing any damage this turn, so we can safely do damage. Nice. 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 So yeah, now he's doing 31 damage in one hit. And he's nowhere near dead. We might need to pull out the block potion. The dexterity potion. Because we're gonna do two things. We're gonna do, well actually are we gonna do damage? No, we're not gonna do damage. We're gonna get rid of this. Then we're gonna do this. Do this. Get rid of a shiv. Do that so we get all our energy back, and then use all of our cards. See, it's fine. Even though he was able to work himself up to doing 31 damage one hit, I was able to work myself up to blocking 36 damage, 63 damage in one turn. I actually was not even paying attention. I didn't say I had so much block. I just assumed, I mean, 31 is a moderately large number for, so what is that? 44 damage in one turn is a very large number. But that's the way the maul works, is like, if you let them live for too long, they'll overwhelm you quite quickly. Apply 99 vulnerable exhaust. This shit's actually funny when you put on a boss. This is super funny. I love this card. Because I think you can get it to cost 0. This guy sucks. Reactive. Upon receiving attack damage, changes its intent. Not what you want to see. And we can't just block him out. We do have to do some damage. Oh, we can just poison him to death, actually, when I think about it. See, this is why this is... Oh my god. Well, we're gonna have to spin the wind. And the spin I'm gonna do that's probably gonna get me the win is probably taking this out. I mean, that's better. Then right here we're gonna do this. And this, that. That's not optimal, but it's better than us taking damage. We do need to put some more poison on him though. Because we can stall him out. We can just poison him and stall him out so we don't proc his reactive thing. So he did just make us vulnerable, which is pretty bad. That's good. Let me just block it. We just block it all. And do that. No, we're in a good spot here. Like, we might take a little bit more damage, but we'll be okay for the most part. I hate this plant, man. No, please no. Please no. Yeah, I think we just wanted to do that. So I'm not even gonna attack it again. We're just gonna do this. Because it can put all the block at once. The poison damage goes directly to its HP. Yes. But we want as much poison damage as we can, and then we also want to basically just not touch it. And now it doesn't matter what its intent changes to, we can probably kill it. Yeah. So that one's usually kind of tricky, because the thing you usually want to do when you come into an encounter is you want to kill them as fast as possible. But sometimes you do want to take a strategic approach to killing them, so that you get off with the least amount of boo-boos, shall we say. No, that's not good. I mean, having 2 of these, better than having 1, surprisingly enough. Like, if we weren't healing, we would be fucking dying. Wait, I think if we take this chest, and then we take the path that's a random encounter, an enemy, a shop, we could probably get something from that shop. And we have less fights. Well, there's a shop right after this chest. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just do this. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Pretty good. Money, money, money. Oh no, we don't have enough money to get all the cool stuff. Or this. This is a really good one too. Potion. But we can do another tactician. Skewer. Sucker punch. Tactician would take all of our money, so I think we take a dexterity potion and sucker punch, or actually skewer. We can take skewer. Now I wish I did get chemical X, because what chemical X does is if you have a card that has like that card we just picked up, skewer. The way it works is that X is however much energy you have. So if you have 3 energy, then it'll do 7 damage 3 times. But I think that's all we're getting from this guy. We could probably heal. I kind of want to upgrade. If we die, it's because I'm upgrading right now. If we lose this run, it's because I'm upgrading. There's something here that should be upgraded. I'm just trying to think what. Ooh, that's pretty good. Making that innate is pretty good. Also after image. I think I will make after image innate. It's pretty good. Maybe it'll even save my life. So we're gonna start off doing this. If only I had an attack that would hit 2 enemies. I think we have enough block. And that's the fight. Yep. It's all in the planning. Oh, that's a really good potion, actually. Leg sweep is pretty good too. It costs 2, but it rewards the cost. 3 weak and gaining block. It's pretty good. But this guy right here is one of the worst enemies to run into. Like, it's like even regular enemies, they're like elites. You see how he has 999 HP? That's like boss levels of HP. But that's because he has a unique buff called Shiftling and Fading. Fading makes it to where this enemy is only going to be around for 5 turns. After 5 turns, he's going to die no matter how much HP he has. But Shifting, upon losing HP, loses that much strength until the end of the turn. So we do want to put this on him, because that'll make our life so much easier if he takes more damage for all the turns he's alive. We'll use that. And do a bit of damage to him. And we're good. The thing is, he does more and more damage each turn, so it starts to get kind of hectic at a certain point. So we're only going to take 1 damage, which is perfectly fine. Torrigate for the win. Torrigate is a different type of comfortability, because you know if you can just block enough damage to where you're only taking 5 damage, then you're only taking 1 damage. And then we should use this. Okay, and some poison. An attack. Low defending, and then we're only taking 1 damage. You're gonna do 26 damage. I got 22 shilling. Actually, yeah, that's 4. So yeah. Oh, the poison procs before he attacks, so he really ain't doing damage now. Card to discard, probably this. And then this. And then I'm thinking one of these might be great. Although he is doing 24 damage, so we should try to do some damage to him. I think we do want infinite blades, because that would be very helpful. So we got 1 more turn, and then he will be Thanos snapped from existence. So we can actually, I guess this might be technically his last turn, because he is doing 70 damage, which is quite the amount of damage, my good sir. That's a big number. Add 3 copies of that card to your hand. Let's do this. Give me 3 of these. Did that not work or something? I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. I'm not gonna lie. Well, that sucks. So he is still doing a lot of damage. We have 1 energy. I think this is what we can do. Yeah, that hurt. I think we take deflect here. Deflect plus. So if we can get through this next fight, we can die at the boss. Oh my god. See, it's not a hard fight. It's just hard to like take this enemy serious enough to like both kill them and not take a bunch of damage in the process. We might need some block. Your boy might need to do some blocking. But for the most part, if we just hit one of these... Oh, we need to put some poison on him. Oh, we'll do that one day. Did he just make us vulnerable? Oh my god. That's not very cash money of you. Choose a card to discard. I think we discard this. We do not want to attack him 5 times. It's like spinning a slot machine. Now he's doing 36 damage. That's more acceptable, I guess. We'll just use this to make sure it doesn't do too much damage. And then I think we're gonna do this because we do need some poison on him ASAP. We will do an attack because we need a card. Oh, we need that. Okay, yeah, we're about to take some damage here. But now we're no longer weakened. Oh, there's no point in using this card. But there's no cost to using it either, so we'll just make him vulnerable for 195 turns. Yep, we did that. And then I think we'll use this. No, I thought I was gonna regret that, but I'm glad I don't. Yeah, we didn't take so much damage from that. This is pretty good. Okay, it's not good that he just made us vulnerable. But we can probably fix that. Okay. That's better. Yeah, we can deal with that. We can just take that. Or we can put terror on him again. Actually don't want to use that. Oh, okay. That's good. It's actually good. Yeah, we're chilling. And then since you know, we've been strategizing out to this point, but very carefully choosing my cards, very thoughtfully playing defensive and utility. But now that this is the 7th turn and he has less than 52 HP, I will simply end my turn and watch him perish. GG. So as you can see, some relics are pretty good. But then there's also some strategy to knowing how to best take advantage of the relics you get and choosing the right relics for your run, I guess. Draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. I guess Sigh. I guess we get that. Not bad, it's just not spectacular either. Alright guys, so if we somehow beat this boss, I will show you guys the 4th character. But if we don't beat this boss, I'm ending the stream. He's just, look at them, they're just Deca and Dono. You're not even a decahedron, freaking liar. And this is cursed. They're both cursed, to be honest. I'm less of a fan of this boss music because every time I hear this boss music, I'm usually about to die. Because I'm usually fighting some OPS boss. Like this one. worth it. Less than optimal, but still kind of worth it. Dude's about to do 36 damage. We'll be fine. Yeah, we got Torrigate, bro. This is gonna be a long ass fight though, unless I can get some poison on one of these guys. I think we do want to use this though, just to mitigate some of the damage he's about to do, because he's about to do so much damage. Oodles of damage. Probably hit one of these, then hit this and get a 0 cost card. And do a little bit more damage, and then, you know, say we're good. Wait, do I have 13 dexterity? Wait, what? I guess that makes sense. Shit. I'll just take it, I guess. I actually missed the part where I did whatever I did to get that much dexterity, but dexterity increases the amount of block you get. So if there's a card that says gain blank number block, you know? If you get dexterity, it increases that number on all those cards. So yeah, we're chilling. You just need to make sure we can do some damage, some good damage to this guy, because we need to get him out of here, coach. Because we're past the point where we can for sure. Oh shit, this would have been great. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this is great. This is amazing. We just need to put all the shit we can on this front guy. He might kill us. Wait a second. 19 times 2, that's like 38, right? Oh bueno. Maybe we can get a 0 cost block card. No, but here's some damage, I guess. Oh yeah, Stone Calendar. See, it's already been 7 turns. And like I said, when something goes past 7 turns, it's usually pretty bad for me. But don't worry, I'll pull a clutch dub out of my ass somehow. So we have some poison on them, but not enough, and they do so much damage right now. It's not that funny. I think we have, no, we don't have to block. We don't have to block. Just know I'm doing everything I can. Boy, am I running out of tricks. Yes, we want to do that. That is good. We want to do this. We need to block, honestly, so. Okay, you know, that gets us energy, but that does not get us any block, per se. So we're gonna take some damage here. And probably more than 5. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. But we'll have this first guy dead soon. Yay. Okay, yeah, let's do this. This is a big play. That's a bunch of block. So we don't need to worry about block now. Ooh, and we got this card, so we can draw a bunch of cards. We can attack this guy now. And he'll die. Okay, cool, he's gonna die. And that's 1/2 of the puzzle here. Nice. Now we have 9 HP to try to deal with this guy. and we have no good cards in our hand. So he's just gonna buff his strength, and if I can't defend against his attacks next turn, then we're so screwed. Good thing I saved these potions, because I'm almost certain that I need to use this in order to live through this. I need to get some poison on this man. You know, that helps, but it also doesn't help. Actually, never mind, it's fine. Oh. Okay, cool. That's great. Amazing. Yes. See, as you can see, usually no matter what cards I draw, I usually have one card or so that I can use to block. So now he's about to do 62 damage. If I can't block 62 damage, it's over. Benito. Done. Looks like I can block 62 damage, so we'll live to the next turn. And we'll take these turn next turn. And now he's gonna buff his strength again, which is so annoying. What an annoying moveset. So we're gonna put some poison on it. It's an okay amount, but oh, that's better. This is okay. This is all okay. Oh, I should have took. Oh no, we'll take this. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll take 2 block cards, and we can probably block at least 1 hit. Jeez Louise. So he's about to do 68 damage. It's fine. Okay, we'll keep. No, we're gonna keep this block card and this draw card. We might make it out of this actually, which is kind of not what I expected. Like, I know I'm cracked, but honestly, this is like one of my least favorite bosses. And I'll be honest, I usually die to them pretty fast. Which is why I've been talking less, because I just expected to, this to be over a couple turns ago. But no, I got the heart of the cards. See, the cards, they recognize me as this deck's master, so they're giving me exactly what card I want, exactly when I want it. Oh, I discarded the wrong card. Oh, that's such a throw. I mean, we won. Spoiler alert, we won, but we could have won better. Yeah. Thump, thump, thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? This building has a heart? You prepare your daggers. Attack. Oh, damn, that's a lot of damage. You deal 692 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel like you dealt a total of 692 damage to the heart. A total of 14 million something with all the numbers damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart challenge pulses louder and louder as your conscience fades. Oh, I thought that number was never mind. Sleep. Victory ? Beat the game with the silence. And so, Fishy's Gobble, to answer your question, See, you see how I just got, I just leveled up a couple times, and it's cause and it's calculated by floors climbed, enemies killed, elites killed, and bosses killed, and some other things too. Some other like smaller things that I honestly don't know how to trigger. But you unlock cards, and they're usually pretty OP. Corpse Explosion, that's another like win condition card. Basically, you put that on the highest HP enemy, and if that enemy has more HP than the other enemies, when it dies and does its max HP as damage to all the other enemies, the battle's over. It's a pretty good card. And there's the new character. I used to say he was my least favorite character, but it's actually pretty cool. Here, we can watch this. I say this a lot, but if I'm ever playing a game, you guys have questions about it or it looks interesting, definitely ask me about it. If it's a cheap game, I might even go so far as to say, if I have you on Steam, I'll probably gift it to you. But only if you have Steam and I have Steam. And the game you want to play that I've played isn't like $60 or something. And I'm just saying, man, I love me some roguelikes. Like, it's just the thrill of the unknown, and the randomness kind of adds a bit of stakes to it, because you're like, who knows what the hell's gonna happen? Who knows how this particular playthrough is gonna go? And sometimes it's amazing, and like the most lucky and smallest things go just right. And you do the thing. And what's the thing? Winning, my son. Winning. You win. But pretty cool game. The credits are getting boring. And thank you for playing. Megacrit, actually super cool company. I think they're working on another game, because they said something about it when they were flaming Unity for making these pricing changes. Oh wow, look at that, it's a thing, and it's, whoa, look, it's glowing. Wow, that's cool, I wonder what it means. Whoa. But anyways, the next character is the Defect, and he is like the mage. So the Defect is essentially, he's a combat automaton, which is like one of the types of enemies you fight. Like that boss I fought, the bronze automaton, he's just like this guy. He has orbs, and he's kind of like the mage character. He can do some pretty cracked out stuff. Honestly, as you go down this way, the characters just get more and more crazy. But that's not to say the Ironclad doesn't have some super like crazy builds, or decks, I should say. The Silent's just a favorite of mine, and then the Defect, he's kind of too much for me. But I mean, I've played him in more recent days, more recent years, I should say. And I now understand that he's not a bunch of nonsense and a KYS character. He's more of a mage. I don't know how else to say it. Like he got the little mage. He got mage stuff going on. Look, all the dark, the ice, the lightning, and all that shit. But yeah, he's who I will be playing the next time I stream Slay the Spirer. But I think I might stream Destiny 2 as the next thing I stream, but it's probably just gonna be a little test stream, not nothing you gotta like, you should like see or anything, because it's probably gonna look kind of scuffed. But if you guys ever have interest in me playing a specific game and it falls under the genre of being a roguelike, maybe a Metroidvania. I wouldn't mind going through a Metroidvania, but I have like 2 or 3 Metroidvanias that I technically should be streaming. And those 3 are Rogue Legacy 2, Blasphemous. I also just bought Blasphemous 2 because I just really like the aesthetic of the game, even though I haven't finished the first one. Sounds bad, I know, but trust me, it's a good purchase. And then the third one is Soldiers. Soldiers is actually so cool. I might play Soldiers again next time. Soldiers sometimes does get me kind of not stressed out, but it's like when you're playing a Dark Souls game and you keep dying over and over. You get to a point where you're like, I gotta take a break because if I do this again, I'm just gonna die again. So sometimes I get to a point like that with Soldiers. Sorry about the video issues at the beginning, and thank you for coming to watch. Shout out to Fishy's Gobble, cause he was here the whole time, I'm thinking. But yeah, you guys have a nice night. If you want to do things, say stuff to me or whatever, interact, join my Discord. Goodbye.